Hey guys, I am late. I literally just got in the house about an hour and a half ago. I don't even know how I'm up here. I'm gonna tell you that right now. I don't know how I'm up here. I've been working from the time I got up, left out this house, to the time I walked through the door and just logged on to this computer. We have a lot to go over. I'm so mad because I had some other stuff that I wanted to put up. It's getting too late. I'm too tired as well. It will definitely go out tomorrow because I'm gonna make the next 2 to 3 days like a vacation day for me, weekend, where I'm gonna go in and play catch up on stuff I want to share with the community. However, I'm going to be doing a lot of resting so that we can get back on track because my videos are all over the place. Beginning of the month, I was on my grind, and then it picked up, got busy. But going forward for the rest of this month, it's on my time. Okay, it was a lot of changes that happened late today that were unexpected. I thought I would be back in the house about 3, but it was changed to 5. So getting directly into it. Hey Rosen, hey Juan, hey Teresa, hey Genty. So there's been a lot of speculations that CashApp and Tesehki had a meeting. I don't see any of what so-called Tesehki wanted to have done in order for them to make up. I don't see any of that taking place. It was supposed to be, and like I said, I'm just saying what Tesehki said. People change every day. They could have had a meeting, and it didn't have to be a public apology on behalf of CashApp's, side. It could have just been that they had a sister to sister, heart to heart talk, and they made up. But honestly, this is just in my opinion. I got on, social media. I've been looking all morning prior to leaving out this morning. The early bird catches a worm. There's been no sightings. People are trying to, get people to think that there were leaked conversations between Tesehki and CashApp. I haven't seen any of them. Hey, Monique. I haven't seen any of them. And to be honest with you, I honestly think that this is a way to keep people on their toes and interested. I think this is also a way to promote Baddies, also promote CashApp's, latest show that's coming out with her and her son. I'm not saying that Chrisean's behind the promoting of this, but there's a lot of money at stake for Zeus Network, aka Lemmy. So it really doesn't have anything to do with CashApp. It's about making money. Hi, Diane P. It's about making money. So, we're not going to point the fingers on who planted these seeds. But I just want to just say, given a little bit of credit, well, and I could be wrong, that you would think that them being sisters, that wouldn't be something that they would sleep on. If they made amends, that I think that would be a big celebration nationwide of people who follow these two girls that they made up. Because it's the mess. Life is too short. Something can happen today. One of them could be unalived, or both of them, or some tragedy could happen. And who wants to have regrets that you guys could have made up over something so foolish and didn't? So I really feel like if they did make up, and it was, or they could have talked, maybe it wasn't successful. I don't know. but I really think that it would have by now gotten out to the public whether or not they made up. Salute, Cyrus. I'm not sugarcoating it. If they did make up and they decided for whatever strange reason, both of them mutually, to keep it between themselves and not to say nothing to the public, they have every right to. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at them at all. So, I'm not, trying to get up here and bash neither Chrisean Rock or Tesehki. In their own time, when they feel comfortable talking about it, if they did make up, it'll be they'll tell us. Um, but I'm just giving you my opinion. Hi, Yanni. Hey. Inette, let me just say this to you. I just feel like Chrisean Rock, I know she does have a lot of stuff that she's dealing with on a legal standpoint. She has been kind of quiet. She's been showing more of her actions by how she's been interacting with the fans of Oklahoma and fitting in quite well with the people of Oklahoma, but she hasn't really been sharing too much what's going on the back end like she used to when she was going through things with not Chrisean Rock, with Blueface. And let me just tell you something, it might be a change in Chrisean Rock's approach going forward. She may have snapped out of the foolishness. She might be looking at her life like, if I never was with, hey Wendelina, if I was never with Blueface to begin with, I would have never got up here, and performed and ran half my business the way I was doing when I was in my feelings when I was dealing with Blueface. You guys got to look at that too. You can be in a relationship with the opposite sex, and sometimes love can make you do some crazy things. Can make you get up on social media and tell all your business. And then add extra that people don't need to know about your business. And maybe she's to the point where there's no one that's going to trigger her going forward to the point where she's going to feel like she has to get up on social media and vent to her fans, supporters, or whoever. So it could, I do see change in Chrisean Rock, and that could be one of the changes. That family business off limits, things having to do with her son definitely off limits. You know what I'm saying? And if it's not about business and just general conversation when she does talk with her fans and her supporters, then she don't want no part in it. And that's understandable. She has every right to, if she did make up with her sister, celebrate in silence between her and her sister or her family. But I'm just saying in my own opinion. I'm not saying that I'm right, but something's not right about that. Something's fishy. I don't think that if they did talk, I don't think the conversation went as planned. That's just my opinion. Now, maybe after I get off this live, they might, release that they actually did reunite and made up, and that whatever, I don't know. But as it stands from how it looks to me, I don't see that happening. I'm wondering how it's going to play out too. But like I said, I think the only one that was able to trigger Chrisean Rock to get really into her emotions and just get up on social media and not really care about what people were thinking about what she was gonna say out of her mouth was Blueface. But Blueface, is not around. She's not in that toxic relationship. And I don't know. I just think that going forward, Chrisean, I'm not well for any, put it like this. It right now in the present time, her energy is not giving that she's gonna spill the tea on everything that's going on behind closed doors with in her life anymore. Hey, Buttercup, I think that she's gonna keep some of the things to herself, and leave some to the imagination. But see, that's the bad part about it. You don't want to sometimes leave too much to the imagination, because that's when people start running with narratives that don't exist, and then we just confuse the whole population. So like I said, if they made up, that's a great thing. But if they didn't tell us, that's a personal thing. They don't have to tell us. I mean, that's their business. But it would be, because they are both social media entities, would be nice if they did let us know that that they're back, speaking, and that Tesehki forgave Chrisean for doing what she did, and that they're gonna move forward. There's a lot of things going on. It would be nice if they move forward, because it's better to do thing as a team than to do it solo. Right now their mother is she has relapsed, allegedly, I'll say. And she's living with family, and I think that right now they don't need to be fighting each other. They need to band together, and strengthen the family. You know what I'm saying? And then probably put some family members on, what I'm saying, between the two of them collectively, whatever their talents are, help them, reach that goal, so that everybody's not, out here thirsty in the Malone family, and making a fool out of the Malone family because they're being thirsty. You know what I'm saying? Put your energy and your focus and on uplifting your family, trying to get your mother like stable. You know what I'm saying? And get rid of these generational curses, so that your children don't grow up and end up like you guys. You know, it's just a real sad situation. I think that see that them making an amends, to me, would be more interesting, and more of something that I would want to report to my community, rather than Chrisean publicly getting up here talking about her and Blueface got back together. You know what I'm saying? To me, that don't hold no weight. That would be, to me, a celebration, something something good to hear. Um, her and her sister making up. But it just doesn't always happen like that. I hope she keeps it to herself, less overshare. I don't think that her saying that her and her sister made friends is oversharing anything. I think that if anything, she needs to pick and choose what she shares, and if she's gonna share anything, make it of some type of value. That's something that she would want to rub in social media. Me and my sister made up. So all that mess of you guys wanting us to be feuding, dragging each other, and acting like we don't care about the well-being of each other, and we're sisters, we're blood. It's bad enough strangers will do you like that. Nah, those are the things that ChriseanRock needs to be talking about. Half of the stuff that she would get up here and talk about and embarrass herself over, which would usually be over Blueface. Nah, those are the things that she was overly sharing. You know what I'm saying? But talking about that she made amends with her sister, those are the things that are just, letting people know I'm not on that time no more. This is the new ChriseanRock. This is the mature ChriseanRock. I wouldn't want nobody that's supposed to be representing me to want to stay fighting and feuding with my sister. I would want people to encourage me, if I'm going to talk about anything about my business, talk about something uplifting. And that would be something like making up with your sister. Cause you never know, what I'm saying, what life is gonna throw at you. And if something was to happen to ChriseanRock, Tesehki would regret that. And vice versa. Life is not promised forever. We can't walk around here holding grudges. We got to stop doing this. We're like the only kind, black and the black community, that do this to each other. That's why we don't have nothing. Because we don't stick together. Ronnie explains the rock as he knew during time spent together. Blueface very well. I don't know. I just been looking at a lot of videos, and I've been getting on to I'm also gonna actually share, and I forgot to talk about that, but like I said, I wasn't even planning on going live, but I'm gonna share this Blue Rock TTV. Shout out to Blue Rock TTV. I'm gonna make sure I do by default have him at the bottom of my description box of all of my videos, his channel. But Blue Rock TV had did a live yesterday, so I'm gonna share that right now. Maybe this will um bring some resolution or give us an idea of what might be going on. I don't know. Everybody's really up in the air with this. I'm just hoping for the best. It would be a big disappointment if they didn't make up, cuz I was looking forward to it. But you can't always have everything. So hold on one second. I'm going to share my screen, and we're just going to see what Blue Rock TV said.
Talk about it, but let's go ahead and maybe greet the chat. What's going on with the chat? I see some people up in there. I see Angel, Rita, what's up? What's up? Gloria, what's up? Monica. Don't forget to drop the blue diamonds, the teacups, and the blue hearts for Jazzy, you guys. We're about to get the show started. 162 people in here. Tons. But I think it started with some of the videos, right? That started to surface on the internet, right? Like right away we started to see the baddies do their thing.
I wouldn't be coming if I wasn't coming bearing gifts.
I could. What gifts do you think they got?
Lemmy gives them a bag. He gives them a bag, and then he gives them liquor.
Okay, yeah. I think I saw a post.
I wouldn't want no
gift
like that.
Somebody said that Tesehki was showing off her bag from Lemmy. Was that? Is this
he always gives them a bag, and then he gives them liquor to humiliate themselves.
Oh damn!
I know it, Wendellina.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly,
right? But I think right away the viewers saw, the baddies, the whole Midwest thing going down. I think they're in the jet, right? So we're all wondering what's going on. Where are they heading, right? So,
Here we go
so then we start to see. So they were definitely turning up last night, that's for sure, right? So, I don't know if anybody really thought much from watching those videos besides the fact that, Midwest was starting, the baddies were on their way to start recording. I do know there was speculation about whether or not Tesehki and Chrisean will have a sit down. I do know, people were stating that, I guess, Anna and Biggie, I believe, wanted to be a part of it, and some other things were going down, right? Did you guys hear about that?
Yes. Yeah.
Right? Okay, cool. I just want to make sure. So
people have to understand, just because CashApp show is on Zeus and her sister is on the next casting of the baddies, that does not mean go run with, oh, they're supposed to be having to sit down. So I really hope, now that I'm listening to Blue Rock TV, I'm hoping that they're not pushing the narrative. Oh, they're both, on Zeus now. Tesehki's on Baddies, and CashApp has her own show with her son. So, they're gonna be like in the same circle, maybe not at the same time, because these are two different shows. But I hope that they're not pushing this narrative that this is supposed to happen, this sit down, and it doesn't exist. We know that there's a lot of things that have been said, not just about this situation, just in general in the circus. And then we find out that there's no such thing as what's being spewed around the internet, and it's crazy.
Oh, then there was this post, right, from Tesehki's friend, right, and I think I have a bit more of no.
You're cutting out a little bit.
I was about to say, I know that ain't me.
Mm-hmm. You were a little bit.
Okay, sorry guys. Maybe it's a bad internet night.
Mm-hmm.
And also shout out again to Blue Rock TV. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. We're gonna listen to some of what he has to say. Like I said, I don't think I'm the only one up in the air and don't know what's going on with this situation, with this so-called alleged sit down. But we're just gonna listen to what Blue Rock TV has to say. I think he's in the same position as everybody else. We're not gonna know until we hear from the horse's mouth. Period.
Keep letting me know how it's going, okay?
Okay.
But you guys saw the video there from Tesehki's friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I think that's kind of what sparked a little bit more, right?
Also, Chastity's post. Don't forget about Chastity's post.
And then there was Natalie's video there. Sorry guys, I should have put the videos in a different format, right? There was Chastity's post. I don't have it here with me.
Exactly,
right?
Yanni.
I should have that one ready as well. But as you guys know, there was a bunch of indications that people were in Oklahoma, right? And what other reason would they be there?
She could be there for
the sit down.
The sit down. Also for God's plan, of course. They're getting some good footage of Chrisean in Tulsa. I'm not sure if you guys know about Tulsa. I'm not sure if you know that it is the Bible Beltway. I'm not sure which church she's in, but Bishop 𝗡𝗘𝗫𝗧, who started the Azusa. The Azusa, I'm not sure if you guys know about it, but I'll tell maybe on another live I'll talk about Bishop 𝗡𝗘𝗫𝗧. But Tulsa is where it all started. So that's where Chrisean is, and phenomenal.
If you've ever dreamed of owning an apartment complex and you live near one of these cities, then you've got to see the same ad that I saw.
All right. So I guess the big question is, do we believe that the sit down occurred?
I don't believe it occurred.
Yes.
Right. So I think at this point we do believe that the sit down occurred.
That's
right?
just my opinion. I could be wrong. I'm just giving my opinion, guys.
Who wants to share their
Disclaimer.
opinion on what you think went down or how it went down?
Well, I don't think I have an opinion, just a big opinion yet. The one thing I want to say is, why is Tay always there? Why Tay is like a fly? Why is she always there? And why is it always surrounding controversy? And who are you? Who is this girl?
That's supposed to be a best
Who
friend.
is Tay? Where did she come from? And why is it always when there's some type of drama or something?
Yes.
Why is her name always brought up? I need Tay to go away.
You said a fly. I want to say a net. A net.
Yeah, Tay needs to go away. Who is Tay? Where did she come from? And why is she always around? It's giving she is Latifah's lapdog, or or something. Because she only comes around on those particular times, and she's never getting on Baddies. And it's obvious. This is what Latifah's third season, and she's still not there. So you're not that girl. So who are you? Why are you there?
Someone was telling me that she's now Tesehki's manager. But
Managing what?
But I think she's saying she the manager so that she could tag along, because they said she been tagging along to everything.
Oh, okay.
But she doesn't come to the light until it's drama, because she wants to look like she the only one that has Tesehki's back.
Oh, okay.
Gee, so this is Tesehki's friend. Allegedly could be a manager, but sliding in to be part of the ride. Right? Is that what we're gathering so far? You know, I did drop the StreamYard link as well, you guys. I did drop that in case some viewers want to jump up as well and add some of their commentary.
Jackie King said, and that's what I heard. Jackie King said she was Rock's friend first. That's what I heard, that she was Rock's friend first. So what happened that
and she turned on her like that?
Yeah, what happened that they fell out? Jackie, maybe Jackie could come up?
If they're not flip-flopping between these sisters, they're flip-flopping between somebody being, this was my girl and now it's your home girl. I mean, what more can, child, these people are some flip-flopping and cutthroating each other type of chicks.
If you want to come up and...
But you know what? It sounds about right. If Tay was Chrisean friend first, it sounds about right, because Tifa she wants to take everything that Chrisean gets a hold to. Like Chrisean was doing football, then she makes a post. Oh, I used to play football. I could have went to the NFL. Like, I thought, like, Chrisean, you know, was going for fighting. Like, she was known for fighting and stuff. And then Chrisean wanted to turn around. Now all of a sudden, y'all only know me about eating. I don't want to do that no more. I want y'all to see the real me. Like, what? Like, come on.
Like I said, they're trying to recreate and they can't.
Yes. So,
if you weren't chosen for that, you weren't. They're pick-me's that didn't get picked. And now they don't know how to handle it.
Oh, see, look, they said it was AJ that was Chrisean's friend, not Tay.
Okay, but on the bus scene on Baddies, Latifah called AJ and she says, "Where's AJ and Tay in the gang at?" Is that what she said in the video?
Yeah, and AJ, she was like, you know, why would you invite her? You know that they're not friends no more. So
let's read.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I remember.
Okay, Keeping Up with the Porter said she's the one who threatened Chrisean when Jesus had surgery. Oh, and she's the one. I remember when Mookie gave her the green
light. Yeah.
This is so weird to me.
What do you mean by the green light?
Like saying you give my permission to whoop her.
To whoop her. She was at the hospital with the baby, and Mookie gave the green light for them to go and like attack her.
So this is the one that potentially was there for the sit down last night or earlier this morning, whenever it occurred.
I thought
right?
Tay was supposed to be Tesehki's best friend.
That's what I heard.
Allegedly, she was there. Based on her story post, that's kind of the indication, right? That it was tough for her last night.
Yeah, she said it was a lot. Last night was a lot, but I love you, Tifa.
And then I think she had followed up with this post here to the right. Blood makes you related. Loyalty makes you family.
I think if they made up, and I could be wrong, I'm just going to keep saying it. I think that they would have told the public. That's something they should be talking about. If they made up all this other rah-rah and negativity, that ain't worth like publicizing. And people of color are good for doing that. When it's negativity, they want to publicize that all day. But when it's something like two sisters making up, starting, where they left off at, trying to mend the bond because they are sisters. They've been through a lot together, and I don't care. Blood is thicker than water. Like in this case, if they did make up, I believe that they would have shared the good news. But nobody knows. I mean, we're listening to Blue Rock TV. They don't know. We're all speculating. I see a lot of channel holders, they're putting in the title sightings of the sit down between Tesehki and ChriseanRock. Come on. There probably wasn't even a sit down.
So let's talk about that. You were saying something about you don't believe it was a time for them to have to sit down. Is that
No,
accurate, or?
I believe that it should have, if it's going to be a family thing, that it should have been between the family. Like, don't do it on, because Latifah she's Hollywood now. Her head is Hollywood.
Right.
So therefore, she's going to try the little girl, Chrisean, right? And Chrisean is very humble. We've never seen her have an argument. The only time we've seen her try to argue was with Low London, and her voice was hoarse. She could barely even go above a whisper. Other than that, Chrisean she'll just go, you know, she does what Chrisean does, but she's above that now.
Right.
So I think that Latifah, being the older sister, you like to say that you raised her, right?
Yeah.
Being that you raised her, I think that it should have been done with the family members behind closed doors, with a pastor, with a different mediator, not someone that does not like her.
Yes.
Okay. Because we all know how that other network is. They will do some certain things to get the ratings.
Yeah.
And I'm just hoping that Chrisean was, you know, that she made sure that she was protected. And you, like I said last night, that it was an airtight contract and that she was protected. That's all. And that they do not make her look crazy.
She don't know how to fight. That's why when you got something to say, you arguing. Come on, she knew to fight. That's like that. Just okay. Let's fight. That's what she was, you know, about. Like she not about to argue. She can't argue. She don't know how to argue.
Yeah,
it's like we gotta.
And that's
we
what
gotta
begs the question, right? Is the
Right.
idea of, you know, what were they looking for? What is Zeus looking for? What did Zeus feel like they paid for? Right, the network.
messy.
You know,
Right. That's
right.
what I said.
There's, you know,
There's an
they do know
alternative
how to put
motive.
on entertainment when it comes to their drama, make things
Absolutely.
dramatic, right? So one's to assume, you know, that there may have been some kind of drama elements to this sit down.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
I believe so. If they did have one, that probably is true.
So I think that's where the concern comes in,
it
right?
could have been some drama
Definitely where
that
the
popped
concern
up.
comes in. And why
Didn't
was
go as
Anna there?
planned.
Chrisean doesn't care for Anna.
No.
Why was Biggie there? Biggie didn't need to be there.
No.
Not
Biggie
at
needed to
all.
be somewhere unbigging her back.
Right.
I mean, that's very interesting because it seemed like the whole crew was there, right?
The
I mean,
whole
that was the
crew was there.
impression based on the clips, right?
The whole crew was there because Natalie said it went like it was like she made it seem like she was there too. So it's just like, okay, first of all, like I wasn't worried about Chrisean physically.
Right, Ellie.
I was worried about her mental. She got court this week. Like, so I wanted her mind to be clear and focused. Like, I'm not worried. Like, I already know court is going to go well because in Jesus' name, amen, is going to be, you know, everything is going to be working in her favor. But
I just want to say this. We know that she has court and everything like that, but CashApp signed up for this. So she should have knew eventually it was going to be her tied in back with her sister. Not that she's tied. When I say this, I don't mean as in they're going to make up. I'm talking about she should have knew it was going to be some salt thrown in the game about Tesehki and CashApp. Trust and believe. Lemmy gave her that show with no problem. Probably gave her what she wanted, his father's money, also for that show with no problem. But trust me, Lemmy is a drama channel. A drama channel. He has mastered monetizing drama. Because a lot of time, a lot of shows can't be monetized. Monetized as in ads being put on these videos, commercials. Because of the nature of the show. He's a mastermind at it. Trust and believe. He's not just giving Chrisean no show about God and not expecting something to pop off. Trust me. Trust me.
It's the whole point of going into that. You need a clear mind. So this could have waited. This definitely could have waited.
That's why I don't believe it happened.
But Chrisean looked fabulous today. She looked stunning. She was giving pure. She was giving I'm unbothered. And she was and the Holy Spirit was all over her.
Yes.
And so whatever took place, it did not again She always says her
if
favorite
it
scripture,
even took
no
place.
weapon formed against me shall prosper.
prosper.
So though the
Amen.
weapons may have formed, they did not prosper.
Nope.
I think Odd had an interesting question there as well. I wonder who was there to support Chrisean, right? Maybe the one that she was chilling with recently. Maybe I should have had a slide up for her, but that friend
Well, I
that
saw
she's been
Elle
chilling
was
with.
there.
No,
Elle
Elle
was
was
there.
there.
Yeah, Elle was there. So Elle probably was there to support her.
Guy was there.
Sky came this morning. Looked like.
Oh,
Yeah, because I heard Sky's in
because
Oklahoma
Sky
as
had
well.
Sky had a concert. Well, I don't know a concert, but a show. She had a show last night, so it looked like Sky probably got there this morning.
Now, I do want to let you guys know there's about 361 people in here right now. Go ahead and hit that like button.
Yeah,
Let's
hit
get
my
those
like
likes
button
up.
too. Yeah, please
Let's
do.
bring that up a bit. You know,
oh,
we are
Chastity.
going to discuss a bit more about what happened. Someone else here, yeah, 𝗪𝗔𝗧𝗖𝗛 said Chastity, I believe.
Okay. Yeah,
right,
and
so-
Elle is also Biggie's stylist too. That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you saw what Elle said. Elle said it don't matter what city we in, where we performing at. Sunday we gonna find a church.
Yep.
We gonna find a church, and Elle stayed. Even if he had to style somebody, Elle stayed for church.
But I mean, again, I go back to regardless of what took place, Chrisean still looked amazing. She still looked peaceful.
Yes.
And I mean, just being honest, like every picture she takes now, anytime we see her now, you just see this glow on her.
Yes.
You just see like
Did they have
I
to
can't.
sit
It's like
down?
now when I
That's
see
all
her
wanna
pictures, I
hear
even
about.
said it today. Like it's like I get emotional now because it's
Mhm.
like we're literally watching her transform before our eyes. Having Junior really way that God is going to give it to her.
Right.
Because she is her own unique self. So even if that's her way, if she's preaching, God bless her, because she is going to reach a generation. And it's going to be the way that God is going to have her do it, not the way that man, because the people that Chrisean has to reach is not inside the church. That's what people don't get. They're outside.
Right.
The only people who are still in the church are the older people. Everybody else is outside. You got to go outside. The Bible says go outside and compel them to come in. You can't stay in and tell them to come in. You got to go outside and bring them in. Don't make me preach, baby. Don't make me preach.
Yes, definitely.
Please don't
definitely.
Please don't
Because
preach.
I feel
the
like
cat's going off.
I think
Go
I think
ahead,
it's
Jazzy.
because I think it's because people think that, oh, she does this. Guess what? Just because you're a Christian don't mean you're perfect. You're not going to be perfect. Nobody's perfect. You're going to have mistakes. You're going to do things that's not right, but that don't make her no less than a person who believes in God. Like, stop trying to take that from her.
I used to be sitting in the clubs, girl, and still be praying and all that. And you know, you be sitting in the clubs and you hear what's the last song in the club? A gospel song. Before you leave, when the club closes, the last song is a gospel song.
When they start slowing it down, turning on the lights.
Exactly.
Everybody's starting to make their way out.
When
they start selling the food for $5 a plate because they want to just get rid of it.
There you go.
Exactly.
But it sure does hit differently at the end of the night, don't it?
Yes. Oh, yes. I went out one night and we in the club and they playing the bounce music because, from like New Orleans, they play the New Orleans bounce. So they playing bounce music and then they play and then.
You know what? I think that's a big one for the viewers. I think that's why a lot of people were probably saying that, are they really ready for this sit down?
Right.
Should this sit down be on TV? Right. So what do you think? Do you guys think they actually brought this in? They had this conversation, or?
Of course, because Tifa was so adamant about it. She wanted Chrisean to say that she was lying, but I don't think Chrisean was lying because Chrisean, if you would watch Chrisean before she met Blueface, she always said she was touched on, but she never told who did it. So I don't think she's lying. And her uncle, well, that's her cousin, huh? Her cousin said that she did it to him too. So everybody not lying on you, sis. You should have just said, look, we were children. I didn't know what I was doing.
Now people are going up in the chat here. There's one person that said I think it's Ali, says, I think Tifa wants her to say that she lied,
Mm-hmm.
and I hope she doesn't. Right. Someone else here says, Yvette says, yeah, but she fake had Tay there. Right. So I mean, there's somebody else here that wants to come up and talk. Their name's Ray. I'm not too sure who it is, but I do want to remind the viewers, anybody who wants to come up, try to keep it respectful. We're open to any opinion, right? We can have a healthy debate. So you don't have to agree. We can all just have a chat about your opinion, our opinion, all that. But I'm going to go ahead and invite this person up so we can see what they have to say.
Hello, everybody.
All right.
Hey.
So
Hey, Ray, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. Blue Rock, how are you? Well, everybody. Well, my personal opinion is I don't think that they talked about the
You're
essay.
cutting out there for a second.
Can you hear me now?
Turn your TV down.
Okay,
Yeah.
so yeah. So me personally, I don't think that they're talking about the essay only because of the simple fact that it is truth to that, and that's something that Tifa never really did. She didn't discuss about that much. You know what I mean? So it took her a long time to even start talking about it, and it wasn't just her that was being accused. It was a lot of the siblings. So me personally, I don't think that touchy subject is going to be brought on national TV. I think that's a family matter.
Yeah.
And the fact that I do believe there's some truth to it is the reason why it's not going to be talked about. Because like I said
Or
before,
they
it took
might
her
not make
a
up.
long time to even start speaking on that, even when people was accusing her. So that's why I feel like it's not going to be talked about. I feel like the only thing that they really going to discuss is the fact that, the whole jumping thing and, the eggs being thrown at her, and maybe Chrisean is going to tell her like how she felt that she didn't stand on business. But I think though the purpose of this meeting though is to solely just make Chrisean be the one to apologize to Tifa as if she's the one who was only at fault. I do feel like she was wrong in certain things, but I also feel like Tifa was too. But I feel like they're only going to make it seem like Chrisean just came on a show just to apologize about to her. I feel like Chrisean is at a journey now that she doesn't even care about like who's right, who's wrong. Maybe this is the start of her starting something fresh to make amends with her sister, and then just moving forward with that. When I was on the live earlier, when I was watching Lola Lee T, on Tay Tay's snap, you can hear Chrisean in the background of her snap. And you can hear her talking when Tay Tay and Tifa was on her Instagram. You can hear Chrisean's voice. So obviously they made up in some type of way, because I did hear Chrisean's voice in the background and it's on Lola Lee TV. But I do feel like the purpose of this is just to pretty much just blame Rock on everything. She's apologizing. She's going to be the one that's going to take accountability. I don't think Tifa is going to take accountability, and I don't think the essay was brought up.
And thanks for your opinion. I kind of agree with some of the things you said there, because I don't, I think it is a very personal family matter. I don't really think that they should be doing this on national TV either, right? But again, a lot of people might disagree with us because it was already brought out and everybody kind of knows about it. So I think people are still thirsty for some clarity, right? Tea Time, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree to a point.
Well, I'm not going to go any deeper into this. Just like I said, I'm up here and it's 7:53, almost 8 o'clock. And I'm telling you myself that I don't think that a lot of stuff took place. And if it did, it was things that are not going to be probably brought to the public because they're sensitive, especially anything about an essay. Rock is the bigger person, right? But who knows? Maybe it was all made up that they were supposed to have a sit down talk in the first place. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? A lot of stuff, seeds are planted every single day, and then we find out that they're not even true. So, we just got to sit back and just, let nature take its course, and whatever's meant to be is going to be. If it's meant for us to find out that they made up or they attempted to make up and it didn't work, we'll find out eventually. I'm not going to rack my brain, trying to, Yes, because I feel like if it was meant for us to know, we would know. This is real deep. It is. So listen, I'm gonna get off for now. I will be back on tomorrow. Hopefully, all of my scheduled programming will not be delayed tomorrow. I have something I have to do in the morning time for about an hour of my day. Then the rest of the day is for me, and and I'll be able to explain and share some other things that I wanted to share with you guys tomorrow when it's earlier in the day. But for now, I'm going to get off. I'm going to get me some rest, and we will continue all of this hoopla tomorrow. Yeah, they do need to handle it between them. So that's why I'm saying I hate when people try to um because they want to so bad be in the mix of stuff that some like in some cases don't need to be shared publicly. They try to make up lies that, oh yeah, Chrisean and her sister are supposed to have a sit down. All right, they may have supposed to be having a sit down, but that doesn't mean they have to share what the sit down was about. That doesn't mean that it has something to do with us. That doesn't have to be our concern. That could be something that they made amends with between sisters and between being blood family that has nothing to do with us, and we're making it about us. Think like what happened to Chrisean letting us know what happened when we're not a part of that equation, and we might never be a part of that equation. So until that time comes, then we'll cross that bridge. But until then, I'm gonna leave it alone. So listen, on your way out, make sure y'all hit that like button. It might never have been a beef. This probably was all Zeus. Yep, it could be that. Okay, Wendelina. So y'all have a blessed night. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way out, and I will be back on here guaranteed at our regular scheduled time tomorrow. Love y'all. Stay blessed, and I'm out. Mwah.